All right, I guess we're gonna try this again. Everybody, welcome to another edition of the late episode. I'm Lindsay, and this is episode 2 of the late show. Everybody, how you doing out there?
Yo, yo, peace, peace.
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 Yes,
What
same
up,
here.
everybody?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So where were we before we got like knocked off?
We were talking about the
I asked the
blood moon.
question. I asked the question. Was it? Did you believe it was a hologram? And all of you gave me an answer, but the answer I was really trying to get you to see is if the hologram. What I mean is by hologram, an illumination of assimilation, or
Yeah.
it's not solid. Is it just a light? Is it transparent? Is it something you could put your hand through? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say so because you can see
That's
stars
what I
through it.
mean. Well, that's what I mean by a hologram. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like not necessarily man projected, but just like in essence or what. It's
A
not like
natural
a physical.
hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah, I guess
I
like
mean,
what?
I could see that.
Yeah, I guess what like we consider to be like natural and real. Like I'm outside, I'm touching the dirt right now, but that could be a hologram. Who knows? But it does feel pretty natural. That's the reason why I'm saying like if it is a
Yeah.
hologram,
Well,
it's pretty
see that comes to the part with your senses acting off your environment that you are experiencing with photons, and the vibration is at a balance to where everything seems solid, so it's not just all over the place. So when you start to look at it and it bounces into your reality, it seems solid, and you're touching and you be like, man, this feels real, but is this really a hologram or is it what it looks like? Because it's only telling you, and your brain is only making sense of what it looks like when it sends the photons to the back of your head. You see what I'm saying?
I got a question. Does a solid have to be matter?
Ooh, damn.
I was just about to say, I think that all that you guys are talking about has to do with resonant frequencies, and like the higher something is vibrating, then the less solid it is typically, because it's like more active and it can't really, you know what I'm saying?
Just jumping in and
Yeah.
out of reality. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's operating at a whole different tune.
So pretty
Real
much
high
like we can only see like, and hear and feel on a certain range of those resonant frequencies, and like a lot of them are happening without us even knowing because like we can't register them. But like I think that's kind of how, like whatever you're tuning into, it all just depends on your vibration. Like some people see auras, some people see spirits,
Yeah.
like
Would it be a stupid answer to say it could be both?
no, I think it is. I think it is both.
Okay.
You can't have one without the other, really.
Well, tell me this. Don't you? Since you said that, don't you believe that some people brain chemistry within the chemistry within their brain can have them seeing certain things or hearing certain things without it necessarily being um,
Yeah, I
photon
believe so.
or vibration of energy or frequency.
I believe so.
That's what I would say is the cause of them uh, being like hallucinating or maybe hearing a voice that no one else is. That's what I would consider the cause of it.
But I do know one thing. There's something about this place that I personally like, and maybe all y'all personally like as well. There's a reason why we all keep coming back here to this place. I'm on the whole dream within a dream thing, but
Yeah.
as far as like what is real and unreal, I have no idea. Just taking it one step at a time.
It's all holographic, man.
Yeah.
we all perceive it individual realities.
So we brain chemistry is projected off the frequencies we inherit,
Or you remember that
like the
that
different
quote
frequencies.
I told you.
Yeah.
We're not born into a world, but we're born and into a world we make.
Into a world we make. Yeah. Uh, uh,
Yeah, I see that. I mean, I kind of see like everybody as like different aspects of myself, and I'm just an aspect of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's kind
okay.
of like,
Okay. Okay. So you're saying basically by everyone program on the sun being up right above us at the same time at 12 o'clock, we all um making that possible as one people, like you know what I'm saying, like
No.
we
yeah,
manifesting that with our energy.
Not in a sense we're making it happen. It's just happening because that's what's sparking
But couldn't that
our
be a
thought.
reason why they keep time in itself, to keep everyone on a certain time, to keep time going the way
Yeah.
they need to keep time
Well,
going?
see, that's just
If
to
it's, if,
create time. Who's to say 24 hours? Matter of fact, who's just say back then 24 hours wasn't 24 hours. Like let's say how we got 24 hours in a day. Let's
right,
just say days was longer. Because back then they said people used to live 400 years old,
right, right.
200 years old. So let's just say the way they were counting days, years, and everything was totally different from the way we do it now. Now they say civilization changed every 2,000 years, but they say every civilization has a drastic change anywhere between 6 to 7,000 every 6 to 7,000 years.
Well,
Yeah,
And
that's
whatever.
the grand year,
with
right?
that being said, I have a strong I believe strongly
It's
that
just like
time can be manipulated,
yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's what I
you have
say.
people who can get a lot more done in an hour or two or 24 than other people. Um,
and it
some
really seemed like days, but it really wasn't.
right.
Um,
Time
look,
time is all the same to everyone, but depending on how you use it, you can manipulate it.
I think the
And this
confusion of time
reality
is like
right
putting
now.
numbers on it, you know? Like the only real true clock is the
Well, see,
sun and
numbers
moon.
is just to make sense of everything.
It's to get us on a certain schedule in a certain mind frame in a very structuralized uh, left brain thinking.
To
okay.
be more logical.
hey, check it
Check,
out though. Our
But you
numbers.
use the right side of the brain too with numbers too.
check. Can I? Let
That's
me,
how
let
you
me,
come up with equations. You got to be creative to come up with a goddamn equation, man.
let me
Yeah.
interject something. When I say they got everyone at it's 1 o'clock, so they projecting that into reality. Look at the years, how the years they manipulated the years on us into reality. So the time of the day or the time of the sun or the time of the hour isn't no different than the time of a year. The time of a year or time of a date is more greater of a change to put everybody on that year. What I'm saying? Are we making it as it go? Are we making this? Are we doing this to ourselves? That's the big question.
Technically, we're not. I would say that what you're saying, as far as like groups getting together and manifesting, like, yes, that's real, but I would say that us as the masses don't do that. And the like,
Why?
so it is
Why?
happening, but it's the wicked people doing it, and for, fucked up ways that they're doing it and all that. But just the fact that they are getting together and putting all their energy into one collective thought, yeah, that's what kind of makes them have the power they got.
And God, we following along with it though.
Yeah, in a
So
big
we
sense.
are
But you got to think too, like, it's not like we fucking asked to be a part of the system. Like, money and all this shit was around way before. I'm only 28. So, you know,
okay. So at what point does it stop if we don't wake up to see what's going on to make a frequency change?
it doesn't stop. It just gets worse. And the thing is, that really sucks is like they were talking about the other night, you know, in my opinion, like our ancestors, like, you know, my grandparents, their parents and shit kind of fucked us over. Because like at some point, you know, these people that were taking shit over, like somebody, you know, the people have been going with it for so long, and only now we're like getting sick of this shit, like the newer generation. And I don't know, I guess it's happened, but not like uh you know, it doesn't ever happen big enough to like stick. As far as like people coming together and like really, you know, how like if you really think about how simple it actually is to for everybody to just stop shopping at like Walmart and main corporations and shit, that's not that hard of a thing to actually physically do, but to actually get everybody mentally able to understand why we're doing that, that's a whole
Okay,
different fucking thing.
okay. Check it out. Remember, I just asked a question. Do you believe that was a hologram, right? The moon. Do you believe the moon is a hologram, right?
Right.
Okay, now them chemtrailing and them doing certain things to manipulate certain weather conditions and things of that sort. You don't believe, or just put it in possibility that they can go and put a cloak over the moon to make everyone see this blood wolf moon to put this certain energy to make certain people chant on this certain chant to build this certain energy up to keep their dominion going. This is what I'm trying to show you. The whole world is being duped, but we're
Well,
not
now you're getting
opening up.
into dark wizardry and shit.
But that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, I'm totally.
And
That's
another,
where I specialize in as far as like my
So
studies,
so
but
how does
nobody
it?
else
So
really
okay, so maybe you guys can
likes to get
elaborate
into
that.
that.
How does it tie into dark wizardry? I would like to hear this.
but before that, another aspect of it, I think it's just the mother passing an egg. You know, whole woman thing. You know,
I
I
Okay,
mean,
think
I could
I think
see
I think
what
This
Natty's
is a
I
saying
think
for
it
very
sure.
interesting panel. This is a very interesting panel.
I think it definitely well no, I'm not gonna say definitely, but I have I have good conviction that it might be real only because it's been spoken of in history from the beginning, whatever the beginning is. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, people do take advantage of times like this in a good way and in a bad way.
That's true.
um, we do a lot of studying on ancient things like way back. Um, when they go and radio, what they call it, radiograph, I believe it's called, a radio scan, radiograph, radio scanning, something like that. It goes back, you know, 90,000, 70,000, 6,000, 5,000 years now. What if we going on old studies, right? And we really go to thinking on how today's time is being manipulated on we self. What how come we think that we know the language of what was being spoken when very few men knew how to read or write, even in today's time? Um, don't like this language we speaking right now. It's off the Basque language dialect, the Spaniard and the Turkish, right up in them areas there. that kind
Well,
of bring
don't
our language together. How are we using? Like Bertrand just said, he believed it could be the moon, a woman bringing in another child or bringing in birth. Okay, maybe you read that somewhere ancient somewhere before. I'm not sure, where you might got that site. I'm not disagreeing with that site, but all I saying is if we going off of things we reading and coming to we own conclusion on what it was and not really being told the story from our grandparents, should we really put any spirit or any real thought into this stuff that we reading from ancients? Shouldn't we make our own story from here on forward? You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah, that would be cool because then we could kind of like create from this point. But uh,
That's why you see what I'm saying. Civilization every 6 to 7 thousand years is recreated based off the last one. Just like the modern shit back then was like the Mayans, the Egyptians, uh, Kemet, if you want. You know what I'm saying? That
Man.
stuff was the modern stuff of that time. How it evolved to now. So if you look at now and then the future, they are the predecessors of us. I don't know.
well, the thing
Wait,
about it,
It's
Natty,
deep. It's
is
deep.
this, man,
Deep.
is real quick, is basically well, back then they had a way better understanding for natural law. And the
But
thing
we
about
don't
natural
right
law
now,
is
and we are getting a better understanding of it.
right,
we have a
but what
good
I'm saying is
understanding of
like
it
that's why
too.
you can't really disregard all the ancient teachings because of like you can't really change natural law. It's just it is what it is, and like
No, I'm not.
you can
I'm not.
either
I'm not
understand.
saying that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get
But
me wrong. No, 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 no.
but
I'm
no,
not
I
saying.
totally see what you're saying. I think we should add on to because there's like it's not just like this is like there's always different perspectives and different viewpoints. But shit, I was gonna say something else and I forgot.
Why is the old not here
Oh,
any longer?
that's what I was gonna say. My bad. What I was gonna say about the languages is in my opinion, the reason we definitely like can understand the ancients is because the first language symbology. So I mean, that's really the only way it's possible is like understanding what the symbols mean and
If that
sacred
wasn't
geometry,
passed
man.
down to us verbally, how
Well,
we
that's the thing.
going
It's not.
on?
It's almost like a subconscious understanding when you just like kind of the whole baby in the breast analogy. Like no one has to tell the baby to suck on that
Okay,
tit to eat.
you know what you just said right now to me. You just said that the natural order of things, even from the ancient, have to be manifested today. Basically, and I'm not quoting direct quote, but this is what I got out of it, right? Then you go and tell me the other side of the coin is the symbols is a great teaching too. And now my mindset on what natural is the environment, my senses, symbolism or words or letters or numbers or any of them things is more of a big brain type thing, like a big brain. And I feel like this is what the scriptures was trying to, not being in the scriptures, but this is kind of like what the demonic piece came in, the knowledge piece of how to get certain elements and make them into weapons of destruction, how to gather certain things to now naturally, like brethren chairs that say, yo, we can know naturally from the way we know the universe. Naturally, we can tell if this spider or this plant or this thing here is poison because of naturally what we know. But when we go to putting things on paper and pen and building up things, I really think this is an unnatural process. This process is not of what we need to do and where we need to be. And when we go to try to um, translate things from ancient. We're dealing with more wizardry, more craft. If we really not being on a natural level. That's all I yell out.
I kind of
No, I
understand
see
what you're
what you're
saying,
saying.
brother. And I mean, to add on that, for the most part, when you find these books of truth, that everybody have an understanding of it being true, um, it seems like everybody kind of puts their twist in it, like you said, and start doing things their way. Um, and I think if we just more or less, you know, have that real, true moral compass and being able to understand self and of course others. Um, I mean, I think we could get a long way, man. But I understand what you're saying. Like, we're just
I,
really we're doing things in accordance to what we want to do and how we want to do it.
It's because what we perceive the system to be, so we keep on recycling the same system. We don't even know we're recycling because
And
we
it,
already
at
live in
what
the
point?
past.
Yeah, at what point did it ever work? It couldn't have worked then because it's not
But it
working
still
like it
happened.
did then.
It's
No,
still
yeah,
happening.
we steady
Just,
making the
just
same
like
mistake.
I
us
think
five
symbols
brothers
can be
sat
easily
down
corrupted.
and
That's the problem.
just like us five brothers sitting down right now and building about this shit. You don't think they did that 2,000 years ago?
I mean, I
Yeah.
say things like that all
We
the
did this
time, and
2,000 years ago.
that's what makes me
About the
come to
same
one of my
issue.
many conclusions. Like
About the
us,
same.
something divine happening, a divinity. Now, is it us becoming divine and us making a change? I don't know. Is it actually something true in essence? I don't know.
I think it has something to do with some truth because numbers have a value, and our numbers and letters are actually based off of ancient symbolism, anyways. Like the
Correct.
letter, like the letter J in the name Jesus. Of course, he would start with a J because a J is just a fish hook, fisher of men. You see what I'm saying? And how like one of my friends that loves fishing, it's just like, wow, you put something on a hook and then you threw it in the water to trick an organism you're obviously smarter than. Big ups to you. You did good. Now fucking fight me. Let's see like how far you get with that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Okay.
just like you got a dirty trick and you think that's something to be proud of, or like a guy that goes like hunting with a gun, and I'm like, well, did you kill the deer with your bare hands? He's like, no. I'm like, well, then you didn't do shit, dude.
Hey man, I'll at least give anyone props that's hunting their own meat, because if you eat meat and you don't even hunt it, damn man, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm a half-ass vegan. I try to put off meat as long as I can. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have like the resources or anything right now to make like a full change. And that's another thing that like pisses me off about myself. Because like I went like fucking 4 days in my house. Well, not my house, my parents' house. And like there was nothing. Ate all the damn mushrooms. There was no more ramen. And I was just like, shit, I'm fucked,
Man, there's always fucking. So I think it's people say it's more expensive and everything, but I don't think that's true, because if you just cut out whatever amount of money you buy in meat and animal shit, just buy vegetables instead. And I don't
Gotta
know.
reinvent
To me, it
myself.
wasn't hard, but I try not to be like that upright or self-righteous, like pompousy vegan guy. It's hard
Oh
though
yeah.
not to be, like, when you're like just always watching people fucking basically kill themselves.
Yep.
Can we
No, yeah,
That's the reason why I say I
shit
don't
can get
have the
crazy.
resource.
can we jump back on this topic? We was on my mind still over there, like I haven't got
Yeah,
any.
my bad, man.
No,
That's
no,
just
no,
what I'm
no.
passionate about. Like,
Yeah,
that's one of
yeah,
the
I
things
feel
I'm
you.
passionate
No,
about.
no, no. I just saying, it's still a door open. It's still a door open or a
Hold
window.
on
I feel
now.
this draft. I feel this draft coming in my brain still. I want to be able to close this window right quick. But No. What I was gonna say to add on to what I believe it was Adam was saying about the fish hook,
The
um,
letter J for Jesus. You
the
know what I'm
letter
saying?
J.
Well, you know, the
Um,
letter J wasn't created to the 16th century.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
yeah, couldn't
His
all of
name
this
isn't even
be
Jesus originally.
okay? What I'm trying to get back to is the original point again, right? The illusion, the hologram, how they got mind control over we, how we following this program. Why I want to try and get down to is what Adam say again about the J and the hook. Isn't it seem like that is it's a certain entity or a certain um um frequency on this earth about power? Because again, Shinobi has said something about numbers. Numbers have a value, um, not taken away from what he said, but it put a price on something. Okay, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Is 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 all this thing that we put in our time and energy and really what we need to be focusing on, or is it of the devil? Okay, or bad energy that's keeping us bounded to this earth. Okay, like for instance, um, the number part. When I was born, when I was coming up, I really didn't know anything about two, three, four, five, six. I just knew it was more than one. You know what I'm saying? If it was two, three, or four, I just knew it was more. You know what I'm saying? This is how I had my head. Until I started putting value on number, this gave me the power to want to have more than someone else because the number was greater. You understand what he's saying? It put me in
Yeah.
this illusion of like them like a hologram of mind thought.
You just go crazy about the numbers. Like, God damn, I didn't know
Yeah,
to do so much.
yeah, that goes for everything on the earth, like a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a house or anything. It's like we put in so much value into all these unnatural things, but we're not really putting value into the natural thing, which is the life of everyone. You know what I'm saying? We'll go on our technology on our phone. Like say for instance, 2,000, 3,000 years from now, someone find a phone and said this phone is a symbolism back two, 3,000 years ago. Now they using this symbolism for something that we didn't even have it for because they don't understand the language gone. But they've taken it and using it on their own site to build up and keep up more crap. You understand what I'm saying? They go down the same road. It ain't gonna
Yeah,
never stop.
symbols can definitely be what's it called, desecrated, or they can trick you. I guess. How can I say it?
Dominant,
Inverted.
be dominant, have a domain. I think that's a word
Well, yeah. I mean, like when you
someone,
pervert the
right?
symbols and use it
Yeah,
for,
that's what I'm saying. Inversion, whatever.
then I mean, in that case, then everything is a ritual. Because if they, like the McDonald's symbol, you know
I
what I'm
can see
saying?
that. I can see that. People eating fast food is a ritual. People
It's a
watching TV is
ritual.
a ritual.
Yeah,
People watching sports is a ritual.
ritual.
Playing sports is a ritual. To some people going live on YouTube is a ritual.
Putting your hand on the
They don't even
Bible,
know it.
raising
Doing
your hand to the flag is a ritual. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
everything is a
Everything,
ritual. Putting
everything.
on socks and then putting on shoes. That's a ritual.
Putting on your
Ritual,
clothes, even. Yeah,
a ritual. So
the clothes you wear is a spell that
Everything
you're
is a
projecting.
ritual. What's the
so
first
when
thing
are
you do
we
when you
gonna
wake up
wake
in the
up?
morning? What's the first thing everybody do wake up in the morning?
When we
Like, you
really
get
gotta
up,
wake
drink, go
up?
wash your face, brush your teeth.
I stretch.
The same
Yeah,
shit. It's a
yeah,
ritual.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
my
And
stretching
I
ritual.
you got the numbers. You see all these numbers on the screen. You got the numbers to control the rituals.
I definitely understand
Hey,
what you guys are saying too, but you also have to take in mind the intent of each individual
Yes,
Exactly.
as
yeah.
well. So, let's always look at
But
everything
the common
360.
intent is the same
It's
around
the
the
feed
board
the
for
beast.
everyone.
It's the feed the beast. Whatever the beast
not really
wants.
because
How come?
all right, so I mean, we just happen to be we happen to be in the system. We don't have to be. We're not of the system. We're in the system,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
with that being said, I mean, somebody can actually want a car to show off, and somebody can actually need a car because they actually need to drive to work. So it goes back to intent.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
true.
but check this out. Isn't both of them feeding the beast though?
So that's the power of intention. You really got to read Lynn
Yeah, so I
McTaggart.
mean,
But
You got
what's
to
your
read
like
that book, The
as
definition,
far
Power of
Natty?
as far as
The
as
Power
far
of
as the beast
Intent.
being fed,
That's
the
a
dependent,
good book.
the depending on I mean, cause you could be feeding them with some poison shit in it. You get what I'm saying? So when shit like that happens, of course it's gonna get fed because it is a revolving door. The potholes lead to
Yeah,
new tires lead to new axles, car and shit like that, and whatever the case may be. But I mean,
If we
you can't put the
continue,
blame on every on
I'm saying
everyone. I believe
well, it's
if
not putting the blame on everyone.
nah,
It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? In a sense,
yeah, yeah.
it's
for
just
sure.
like
That was
motherfuckers
just lack of better
learn how to
term.
walk. They gonna learn how to walk.
So we
There
still
ain't one
sleep,
person
right?
that did a video and was like, "Man, this is how we're gonna make everybody walk." You know what I'm saying? It's just
I get what you're
being
saying, Jado,
intuitive
and
and
it's
becoming
just
one
been
with the
happening
world
like
you
you
live
said
in.
since the beginning.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
It's
Since the beginning, there's always a
just being
fucking ending
intuitive.
and a new one
It's
and
just like when you're
an
a
ending.
kid, you're crawling in, and then when your legs start to get strong, you start to lift up on shit and start trying to balance yourself to move around more and try to make yourself run, and then you fall on your butt. Shit like that.
Yeah, but that's natural. What I talking about all is unnatural thing we doing and we steady doing it and
Well,
then
so while
we
we
go into the
we doing it like
ancients.
it's natural, that's what you can't disregard that, man.
You can sum up all we're doing, like all the stuff that we do.
Everything we doing
You
right
can, you
now is
can sum that all
unnatural.
up to, you can call it we're being distracted, because that's all it is.
But isn't it going right back to we ancients that we're looking up to? That's what I'm saying.
Well, to us, I
Everything.
mean, but that's
I like the
because we
ancients.
understand like certain things about the ancients because we took the time to research and
Now,
understand.
and see, that's my thing too. When you say the ancients, what are you in reference to? We got to start putting names on when we say in the ancients, because we could be talking about this culture and
When
not
I
naming
say,
that culture, and we could be naming another culture talking about them, but we're really trying to alleviate the people about another culture. You know,
Yeah, who's the
I,
history buff?
when we
I
say
Because
would
it ain't
say
me.
when I
what
say
we
ancients,
talking
I'm
about when we
speaking
say
like pre-dynastic, like
I get what
flat
you're
Earth,
saying, but we still gotta be
cosmological.
able to put a point on it. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about time, because we just was
Okay.
talking about time,
I mean, well, you could say
we got to be
you
able to
know,
put at least an ideal of a time period. You know what
Let
I'm saying?
me let you know what
I
I
don't think
say
that's possible, bro.
when I
Well,
say
I ain't saying let you know if it's possible. We can say hell, 2,000 years ago there was a fucking goddamn Airy the fucking Airy civilization. At
Yeah,
least we put a name on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
when
Or at
when
least
I say when I say
there's
ancient,
I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I
yeah,
get what
yeah.
yeah,
you're
I do.
saying.
I see what you're saying. Give us like a
But
reference point.
We can't just be saying that.
when I say ancient,
We gotta
this
be
is
able
what
to
I mean
stand
by
reference
ancient.
what we're talking about, man. I don't know. We gotta stop saying ancients.
You
When I
basically
say
want a reference point,
Because you
right?
got motherfuckers goddamn gonna want to know that. Let me look up agent center. Or motherfuckers watching and talking about agents. You know what I'm saying?
ancients, when I say ancients, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Okay.
brother.
When I say ancients, I'm meaning the things that we're going off of to sustain our um um validation.
What,
Have
like
the word.
elders or something?
Okay.
Like,
You got so many different tribes and camps in this world, right?
mhm.
And each one of them is going off of a certain base of knowledge from someone before them, right?
Let me cut in just a second. Knowledge.
Yeah, but everyone's
Yeah.
knowledge always says the same shit, man.
But we know names to these different tribes. You get what I'm saying? We're not just saying, oh, a tribe somewhere in the world.
It doesn't matter about who's the name of it because they all say the same shit, just in different ways.
They all say the same thing, but we got to
Exactly.
get the ancients.
I know how we can pinpoint this. Knowledge. You got a computer, bro. Why don't you type in the oldest civilizations and maybe that'll help us out?
And they'll come up with the Sumerians. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, everyone has different cultures, right? But the lifestyle of the millennium we in now on this say New World under the New World under the New World
Hey,
order.
just because you said that, I want to Google it and see.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
It's gonna be how would I say?
You say the Sumerians.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my guess too.
I'd say the pygmies, but it probably won't. No, it won't say that.
Nah, because it's not a validated history. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to show you. Our
Of course they wouldn't validate it.
ancestors that we're going on, the ancestors that we're going to are the ones that made the mistake not to be in existence right now. Understand what he's saying? Even from the president, from the way they run their government is on old Rome, right? Or the Greek type of rule is still in existence. But the Greeks and the Romans been gone over 2,000-3,000 years. You understand what he's showing you? So
Okay. Here we go.
I mean, man, there's even
Up with my camera. The first one was from Iraq. The oldest civilization is from Iraq, 10,000 BC. Hold on.
seeing.
that would be
Actually, I thought it was in India.
Now,
no, it's
10,000
Iraq.
BC. Quite
Supposed to be
short amount of time.
Man, India had a whole before the
called the
Middle East even was established.
Mesopotamian
Mesopotamia.
civilization. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Mesopotamian.
Yeah, Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia.
But that's still a Sumerian text, right? Sumerian dialects, Mesopotamia.
It became Sumerian later then. Now,
Wow, it became Sumerian later.
Egypt came around 3000 BC. Egypt and African ancient
No,
civilization.
they're supposed to be like 16,000 BC. The Sumerians supposed to be around.
Now number 3 is India. India's coming in. They just say around the Bronze Age, right after the first dynasty of Egypt, Persia, Pakistan, and places around India started to cultivate land. Then number 4 was China, around 2000 BC. The Zhou dynasty of China was one of the I think only dynasties that didn't have written records.
So you got to remember, guys, the lower in the thousands it get, the closer to our time it is.
Now, the 5th oldest, according to this article, is the Mayan civilization, the Americas. Now this took place around the Shang dynasty in China. When, the Mayans began.
Hey, Knowledge, don't forget to check the chat to see if anybody's like, these dumb motherfuckers don't know the oldest civilization. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but see, the thing is, the chat not working. The chat not fucking working, man. And
that makes 0 sense.
It's Sumeria, man. The Sumerians, man. Sumerians supposed to be around.
That was
the Mesopotamians are the Sumerians. They supposed
out of Iraq.
Right. They supposed to be around
the
before
Lemurians
the
were
sun
the
came.
Sumerians,
Natty. That was 10,000.
The Lemurians, Lemurians
10,000
from
BC.
oh.
And so going back to what
Now
Josh said,
the Minoan civilization came in at number 6.
going back to what Josh said, maybe like
Oh
10, 15 minutes
shit!
And that's
ago.
the
Check
first Greek
me
culture.
out.
Who that, Court?
Yeah, don't tell me Courtney came in.
I don't know how it
Was
let
that
me
you,
in,
Court?
but yeah, I'm here,
What's up, dude?
motherfucker.
You hit the wrong button. That's how you got in.
Oh fuck, dude. Well, is it cool if Gary's on here with us then? You're gonna have to leave,
right
Gary.
after the Minoan civilization came in, which was Greek. The mainland's Greece. I guess this is actually after they finally settled and they went inland towards Greece. The Mycenaean civilization started.
Yeah, so I was trying to throw something in there real quick. Going back to what Nadi said, as far as a revolving door and whatnot. Something that's said in mainstream and said maybe, I guess, for lack of a better term, the conspiracy theory. When you go back to this Anunnaki and Sumerian, no matter what, it seems like the same thing being told is that we might have sold, I guess, what I would just phrase for now as eternal life for power.
Whoa.
You say full power.
For
For
power
power.
to be.
We
For
sold
power to
eternal
be.
life for power.
Yeah.
And that's
So
what's just been passed down. Power. A grip on this world. When at one point, maybe we might have all had eternal life and living in unison.
All right, and then the next question would be like, where did that all end? I mean, of course, with the whole power thing.
The
But I'm just gonna be
rise of other things, man. You got to realize something or someone thinks they know more or know better. They take advantage of a flourishing civilization. Look what Trump doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. And the shit they want to hide, just like King James do, they hide. You know, I be trying to put everything together when I think of shit like that.
Has anybody heard of the Zoroastrians?
Nah, but elaborate a little bit about it.
Oh, I just heard about them. They were supposed to be like old as crap. It's like ZOARASTRIANS. Damn, hope I spelled that right.
I've heard of the Zoroastrians. Their other name is the Masons, though.
Oh, see what you've heard of them too, and the whole Zoroaster cat. You know, is
No, never. That's not the same one.
Oh.
I said the Zoroastrians.
Oh, with an S.
The Mason. Yeah, that's the Masons' other name. If you guys didn't know.
Totally did not.
Yeah, since they're gay.
Yeah, they totally are gay too. Maybe that's what it's all about, you know, is like that fucking like gay love shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I have been watching a lot of Bro Sanchez, and I do kind of like align with a lot of what he says and like what he teaches and everything. And to me, it seems like. So what?
Like the syncretism type of stuff.
Yes, like it seems to me that like you know, from I think everybody's watched Her Story to His Story. So from that, it seems like a man told another man, "You don't need this bitch. I'll fucking do all this stuff for you, and then we'll go from there."
Damn. That's a good point, dude. But who was the first like dude if you just think that, like, you know, that's what trips me up about it.
If you ever paid attention, that was the fall of every civilization. When things become, I guess, you know, from what we understand is like a Sodom and Gomorrah, when the lines get blurred, that is the fall of every civilization.
Yeah. I mean, and I get that completely. All that makes perfect logical sense. Like, I don't even doubt that. My biggest question is like just like trying to fathom how the very first motherfucker just thought that and put it into action. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
it's easy to tell because that's taken away. Well, sexuality is our power. Like to me, we're all sexual beings, and the first chakra, the one that your thoughts come from, that pass up through all the other chakras, they have to go through the sexual chakra first. So it starts down there. So if a guy is taking the power away from a chick, then he's totally took that power away from her.
Right, but could it be like maybe something to do with like the very, very first gay dude or whatever was like just like some weird ass dude that was just hella rejected by women or something. I don't know, dude. Like, how did it start? Like,
maybe like scorned or something.
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
just it's a fucking weird thing to, it's kind of almost as difficult as asking how the fuck did something come out of nothing as far as creation is concerned.
Man, the holographs in Egypt is portraying gay activity, bro.
Oh yeah, that shit's been going. I mean, anytime any type of male worship society is gonna have, that type of shit in it. I think that's one of the points of it. Like they take the woman out completely.
And it's bestiality in it too. A lot of that stuff where you seeing man with lion head and man with a man body with bird head and
With the
things.
yep.
A lot of that is representing bestiality
right. And see, I used to. I'm sure
the
you know.
genes into the animal gene, I mean, man gene into the animal gene. Go ahead.
I'm sure you know about the Lion of Judah because I'm really into reggae and shit, and I used to be like what you would call Rastafari maybe, but not now. I just like am very into the music. But I had a huge ass tapestry of a Lion of Judah holding a scepter and shit. And like, yeah, I got rid of that shit once I like figured out what it meant. But it's just weird. Man. It's in everything, dude. Like it's in everything.
I grow in Rastafari. I grow my first 8 years on this earth here, man. I grew up in a Bingy camp.
Yeah, that's why I was mentioning it because I thought. Matter of fact, I think we spoke in the chat before, and like we were talking about some music. Like you said, you like Chronics and shit.
That was someone else. I never been a reggae rasta, I dig some of the music here and there, but I really never used that to validate my belief at them time. But I like I said, I grew up in a Bobo camp or a Bingy camp. I grew up in a Bingy camp because it was a Naya Bingy tribe I raised up in, right?
Oh, that's cool, man.
I mean, my elders used to come up from the bush, used to go to the city with money wrapped up in banana leaf. They didn't even touch the money. When they go to the cashier or whatever, they'll let them take the money, take as much money as them need. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That type of living, real living, cooking out of kettle pots and just all kind of thing, man.
Yeah, man, that's cool, bro. That's really cool.
Doing like yaba pots and beating kettle drums and all them thing there. But anyway, what I show you is the study I reach on about them things there. I don't want to hurt no one's feelings or anything like that, but it's all about the bloodline.
Right.
And the bloodline is the same controlling bloodline as every nation on the earth that's been going on for thousands of years. So I come to the real conclusion, even a man come out of your own mouth and tell him, yo, I'm not God. You know what I'm saying? When you go and praising me like I God. You know what I say? Don't look to me to be God. And it just brought me into being a man, a real man, and not looking for someone else's belief or validation to make me who I am. You know what I mean? I know the whole belief in the Saitan Parai is being natural and don't put no man above God. But you still got some man out there that go and put man above God himself. And really God, when he said don't put no man before God, is really don't put no man before thyself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think they get very carried away with the whole Haley Selassie deal, in
Hallelujah.
my opinion. I
And
don't.
Hallelujah.
and I mean,
Yeah,
listen, guys, just
I
bigger
was
than that.
there. I was there once. I ain't gonna knock it because I was there once. But I
Yeah,
yeah,
had
I
to
mean,
yeah.
I
grow.
mean,
I had to grow
listen,
up out of there.
their shit is their shit is beautiful, twisted, just like everybody else's shit. You get what I'm saying? But going
Yep.
back to what you said, Nadia, it's like somehow, some way, because they make it sound so good and it looks so good to us. I guess because of our needs for certain things, we just put a lot of attention on people, on physical people and idols, and whether it be stones, you know, I mean,
Mhm.
just anything,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but like, I don't
The
think you should
unnatural
idolize
thing.
people for sure, but definitely recognize like a leader. Like when they're, I don't know that man. There's people that have really touched my life, like uh, that I
No, no.
probably
So
wouldn't be the
no, you
same
you can't.
without.
Right. So you can't take away anything from them because if you learn something from them, that's beautiful. That's what we're here for. But when it comes to idolizing, like me, I mean,
Mhm.
and it goes back to what you guys were talking about. Everything is a fucking ritual. I
Hmm.
I, I have beads that I put around my fucking neck every day. You know, because I feel
Mhm.
that it has a certain power for
They
me
protect you.
or
Yeah.
protection for me. It's like
Mhm.
what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
so
Right.
The
in my
the
ideal
the
life, the
the
most purest heart wouldn't need any of those things or wouldn't need to look up to any person or any
the
Yeah.
figure.
power in those
Yeah. See, that's
beads
why I
come
like it
from
though.
you.
'Cause
That's the
I think
power in it. When you do music, the
that's what
power
I'm saying.
comes in that music because it's from you. When you have
Yes.
beads, my chain on my neck, that chain is powerful because I give
No,
it
no,
that
no. It
power.
just
Now,
it just
whether it
it just.
whether it be negative or
I'm sorry.
positive, that strength comes from us, and there's a problem going on right now, and the problem is everybody's looking for quote truth. They don't realize that the strength they put in it gives it power, whether it be positive or negative. That
I
we're
mean, so
getting
so so
to a
at the end of the day,
level.
we should never be getting to a point where we where it becomes that we're giving this energy to conductors of the true power,
No, no,
and that's,
you
I mean,
have to
at the end
do
of the
that.
day,
And
we are all
here's the
conductors
thing:
of the true power.
do you really know the truth?
Nobody knows the truth,
Be
brother.
very careful
Nobody knows the truth,
of the
brother. We wouldn't
power
be
that
here.
you put in some bullshit.
Hey, the
That
truth is
exactly, you
in
can't put the
plain
power in
sight.
anything.
The truth is
No, no,
in
I'm with you,
plain
Harry. I'm
sight.
with you, bro. I'm just elaborating on it that we have to be very careful of the people that drain us, or the entities, the things that drain us. Hey, did you see my 80-inch TV? That drains you.
And I mean, the
I'm not
truth is,
saying
what
you.
what
I'm
what
not
what
saying you.
what we
You
got
get what I'm
going on
saying.
here is a tool sharpening conductor. So I mean, if you
Absolutely.
pause, and pause when I say this, if your tool isn't being sharpened, man, get the fuck off the fucking panel.
Exactly.
It shouldn't
No, and
steer
that's where
anybody
we
in
need to
one way.
be.
We
No,
all have
that's
to
where
be
we need
everywhere
to
with it.
be. I just put that shit in a chat and I said enough's enough. We need leaders. And if you want to be a follower, then there's other chats for you. But we need to really start embracing and sharpening our tools because shit's coming.
I love that. My dad said a
I,
long time ago, either lead, follow, or get the fuck out the way.
Exactly.
okay, but damn, a leader, man. I said this once before to, I believe, a court. I told court, yeah, man, you need to be a leader. He said, I don't want to be a leader. I want to be
A student.
a student. No, you didn't say that. You said um you want to be able to be a contributor. That's what you said. I think that's really what we need is more contributing towards each other
I mean,
than
listen. I
sitting
mean,
and
you
telling
guys
us to be a
know. You
leader.
guys know we're everything, but we're not everything at the same time. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's certain things that certain people have strong suits on. I mean, for example, court is big on preparation. You can lead us in that. You get what I'm saying? Or you can guide us. And now
guide.
Nadi
I
might be
like guide.
strong in something. Adam might be strong in something that you get what I'm saying. So it's like
I'm
at
sure
certain
I get what you
times,
said.
every person can take the lead, but they have to know when to fall back, when to follow, when to stand right beside, and shit like that.
For
Don't get me
real.
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah,
Harry. You have a good point, and let me clarify something, brother. When you say follow, there's nothing wrong with following when we don't know.
It
I
has to be
was, I
good though. It
was,
has to be
I
pure.
would exactly. I
It
was
has to.
talking about the follower, the one that oh, this is good. Oh no, over here is good. No, I'm not. Fuck that guy. I'm talking about the one like what you just said. Okay, so Nadi starts talking about some really deep shit that I know nothing about. I fall back. I'm the follower. I got to hear this shit. It's news to me. I didn't know that. Harry falls back. Harry is the follower, but we're not followers in the context of the follower. Like, oh yeah, hey, we're just gonna jump on this bandwagon because you'll be the first one, the first person to say, hey, what I heard what you said, but what about this? What about that? That's the thinker. So we have to encompass all of that.
And so
And
listen.
I
So we have
may
to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Court. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You sure?
Absolutely.
No. If you're gonna lose your train of thought, you go ahead and finish, man.
It's
You was
lost. Go
speaking
ahead.
of you was
You
speaking
lie.
of one lead and then another lead and then another lead and a follower.
My point is, I have my strengths, I have my weaknesses, and because we are part of a group, other people will build on my weaknesses just as I will them. That doesn't make you a follower. It makes you a leader because you're building on your weaknesses. And just as you may have a weakness in ABC, my weaknesses is XYZ. And we build together to build those things up. And what I was expressing in the chat, enough is enough. I can't do it anymore. I can't. My job at this point in time in my mentality is to build people.
And
I
so
I
look, check
can't
it out,
do
right?
I can't do the bullshit no more.
And you're right. And so check it, right? We had maybe what like one or two. We had like two, maybe three topics that we've been speaking about so far. And with that being said, when we come to these panels, we have topics that we bring up. We have to be able to, after those topics, critically think over the critical think, and then fucking at least be able to take one thing out of it that we all can see and continue moving forward like that, because it kind of seems
Exactly.
like we're just all building, and it's different aspects being thrown out. But at the end of the day, is anybody really,
And no
you
doing,
know,
doing,
just
doing.
going back and really pondering about the things that we talked about and coming to some type of
Exactly,
conclusion,
exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
you know?
Hell
Right.
yeah.
And in my mentality, and please do correct me if I'm wrong. I I'm of the mind frame right now, man. I got a wife, I got kids, I got dogs. I got to start doing now. Enough's enough. And I got to start holding people to the fire. I got to start holding their feet as they hold me. And did you do this? Did you do that? Well, Court, did you do this? No, I didn't. Well, you need to get off your ass and start doing. And what I'm trying to expound upon is something as simple as, are you cutting back on smoking? Or did you legitimately go out there and try to push for a job?
No, you're right. You're
Did
right.
you
Because that meaning
s-
is so true. It's just so true in life where it says the little things that count the most. And I mean, so with that being said, Nadi brought up the question, and we were kind of we had knowledge bring up the I think he went over the top seven. I mean, so what's one thing that we all can agree upon with all this ancient knowledge and shit like that? And I mean, I'll definitely just fall back.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
But we're not holding each other responsible. Okay? Do you know what a secret
No, I understand
society
what you're
is?
saying, Court.
They
No,
put
you're
their
right,
ass
brother.
on the line and they hold each other responsible.
No,
Yeah.
you're
We're
right.
not doing that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm not taking anything away from what you're saying.
Hey man,
You're
I need to take
absolutely
my
right,
wife
Court.
out on Friday and show her a good time because it's my wife. Did you do that? No, I
You're
didn't.
right.
Why
You're
not?
right.
You haven't. You have to show and tell us this secret society. You have to tell us why you didn't do that. We're gonna do it in the context of a positive thing, but using their own bullshit against them because that's what's gonna build us. Did you do that? No, I didn't. And you have to be honest. And that's the thing right there is did you do XYZ? I did not. Now, if you want to bullshit, someone's going to pick you out. They're going to know you're bullshitting and they're going to call you out. And if they do that, oh shit, it's going to get heated because they're going to call you out and everyone's going to jump on you. We have to hold ourselves accountable. And what I'm trying to explain is if we don't do that ourselves as men, who's going to hold us accountable? We can go in our little world and bullshit. That's fine. We're good at it. But who's holding you accountable? We need to start holding each other accountable because that's really what's going to happen in the end is holding a motherfucker accountable. And
I
you're going to
mean,
start using that
I mean,
in day-to-day
and you're
life.
right. You're right, brother. But like I said, we have to look at everything in a 360. And I mean, if you're looking at it at the other end of the angle, uh, sad to say, motherfuckers will take that personal. So the first thing that their mind and that their body is gonna get on is in defense mode. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, truth be told, nobody goes home with anybody at the end of the day. So you really have to have self accountability. And it's easy for anybody to say, yo, did you do such and such? And the motherfucker could lie over the phone or in your face and be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, man, shit ain't going down. Like I said, I remember I threw an example out there. I might have had a friend or two that said, yo, man, I just bought my kids this, that, and the third and dropped this amount of money off. And I might have seen the mother of the kids a day later and they're like, yo, man, what's up with your boy? I ain't seen him in like 2 months. You get what I'm saying? So I'm outspoken and I do love everybody and I do it with love. So I might have went back and said something about it to my boy. But I mean, listen, how many people know the right words to say or how to approach somebody when it comes to that, to where the next person won't get on defense mode?
Well, bro, and please do. I apologize ahead of time. I don't give a fuck no more.
No, you're right.
I'm a
And
man.
with me, you don't never have to apologize, man. You know me, man. I'm fucking. Listen, man.
You've been with your girl.
I'm as real as they
And
come, and I don't say that shit just to pat myself on the shoulder, man. I love
I
y'all
know,
motherfuckers, and I don't know y'all from a hole in the wall, and I really love everybody, man. I love my enemies too, and I just don't have no enemies. My enemy really is myself.
Harry, you're doing great things, bro.
Well said. Well said.
And Nadi is the one that brought me to where I'm at, and Harry is the one that brought me where I'm at, and knowledge is the one that brought me where I'm at, and I think I owe all of you men no bullshit. So when do we, as men, say enough's enough? We have to. I was talking about this in the chat, and I meant it. I wasn't kidding. The writing's on the wall. We can talk about this flat Earth and how the cosmos works, and hey, did you hear what Trump did? And the cops did me this way. When do we start doing? And I'm putting myself on the chopping block as well. Enough's enough. It's time to start doing. That was kind of where I was coming from. That, you know what, bro? I've been with my wife 20 years. My kids are growing up, and I'm doing things, but I'm not doing enough where I'm proud of me. I know it sounds convoluted, but I want to do more. I am that guy that pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes. This is why when I come on chats, sometimes I look or sound aggressive because I push and push and push, and it's not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for a select group of people that want to push with me. And when we push each other, results happen. I don't want your excuses. I want results. And I tell my children the same thing. And I hold them to a high standard. When do we hold each other to that same high standard?
I like that. I like that. Well put, Corp. Expressing the sentiments, man.
I can barely hear you, bro.
I said, not bad, not bad. Expressing your sentiments. Can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely. Right. Can you hear me? Absolutely. You got a new cell phone.
No. Actually, this is
not main joke. Sorry. Go ahead.
My mic, man. Well, guys, man, I enjoyed this, but I am really going crazy right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my channel. I was just acting real crazy right now. It's saying this video is unavailable. So I gotta
see. You're getting it too.
I gotta go to my emails and see if they're sending me anything, if there's an update going on with YouTube or what. But it's
yeah,
not
I was
even,
having trouble earlier.
Like the video is live right now. I don't know. It's kind of tripping me out because the people that do come in, they go out because they're getting an error.
I literally sat for almost an hour trying to get in, and it wouldn't let me in.
Hey, man, check it out. That shit didn't happen until we started talking about fucking China and America, not putting shit up on the internet about the blood. Seriously, I think it's that.
For real.
and I want to let you guys know there are other means of communicating. They're not going to get you views. They're not going to get you AdSense. There are means of doing it. And if I throw up a conference call, I get no information from you guys. If I throw up a conference call, it's just so that we can continue our chats. They're going to continue this. And now that we gave, and if somebody knows the law on this, let me know. I think it was China or Russia or the UN or some bullshit. Yeah. We gave them what was it? We gave, well, we didn't do shit, but the government gave the internet to another country or another organization.
Yeah.
And they control it.
Is that what net neutrality was about?
It was about shutting you the fuck up. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Now, if you have 73 million subscribers or views and you talk some bullshit, you're golden. You really bring some shit down and talk some real stuff, yeah, we kind of dislike that. So you can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
And you go ahead.
Yeah, man. I feel you on that. 100. So, man, I'm gonna end this call, but everybody stay in the back chat because I'm gonna keep the back chat up. To everyone that watched this video, I really appreciate you watching. I don't know what's going on right now with my channel, but stay tuned in, and you will be informed.
Yo, Knowledge, thanks for having me, Knowledge. Peace to everybody on the panel. And Nadia, I'm gonna be hitting you up tomorrow, or texting you. So look out for your Googles.
Okay,
I
tenfold.
told you motherfuckers that Nadia was on some shit. I keep telling you motherfuckers, and you don't listen to me. That this brother here is life changing. It's a you ain't got to pay a monthly fee. You if you just shut up and listen to this